Everyone, this is Ryan with Robo Technologies. Today I wanted to briefly go over when and when you should not automate and what exactly it may look like in your scenario. So if you clicked on this video, you've probably been contemplating automated something inside of your business. So you understand when you should automate. But if you do not, a good thing to look at is if you are doing very repetitive tasks. So specifically here with some sort of blasting. Again, our machines can do wet blasting, hydro blasting, as well as sandblasting, depending on how we configure it. So if you are doing any of that and it's very repetitive, you may want to look into automating. If inside of that repetitive task, you do require high repeatability. So if you were looking for a surface roughness target that has to be validated, especially if you're doing any sort of anodizing or post-processing afterwards, and you need that finish to look exactly the same, automation is a great way of validating that. Something that pairs with that, if you have high production numbers, meaning you are running these parts through this machine and you again need to have that repeatability, automation is almost the only way to make sure that you are consistently hitting your goals. And the last thing, in my opinion, this is a little bit different than the other ones I've listed beforehand, but if you have a quality workforce and you do not want to stretch them any thinner, or you want to free them up and allow them to do more in terms of actual production, automating is a great way to free up some of your key players. That way you can maximize your output. Now, a great tool that we've made here at Robo Technologies is the calculator that's on our Robo IQ page. You can actually check that out. We'll link it in the description below, but it allows you to input some of your numbers in and see what your returns would be for automating. We never want you to get an automated machine that A, doesn't perform how you would like it to, so you're not getting the results that you want, or B, doesn't make financial sense, because it's not going to do you any good as a business owner if you get something inside of your shop that doesn't allow you to get a return on investment. So the calculator is a great way of validating how quickly you can achieve your return on investment. So now that we've discussed when you should automate, we're going to get into how automation may look for you. Now, we do have a few different types of automated machines here at Robo Technologies. Behind me, again, is our standard Robo IQ. This is kind of a fit-all when it comes to parts. So you can do large parts. We have an engine block in here just for demonstration purposes. But this machine here was actually made for a small part. It was actually a part about the size of my hand, and they were fixtured on the turntable. We were able to achieve up to 15 parts. The customer decided to settle on 10 because it's paired with a milling machine. So as the milling machine finishes, it's put directly onto the turntable and it's ran off. Now, we do have a few different automated machines here. So it starts all the way down at the VH900. There is a tumbler style variant that we have. As far as parts washing and whatnot goes, we do have automated parts washers. They are high temp, higher pressure parts washers. They are very, very effective when it comes to removing grease and grime and any of that, completely hands-free. But when we step up into full-fledged automation like this cabinet behind me, there are really three different variants that we have. Again, the Robo IQ, then we have a larger machine where the arm is offset to the side. And again, that's for blasting larger components, even larger than this engine block here. And then we have a pick and place machine, which is one of my favorite designs because it's very easy to integrate, especially if you're dealing with smaller parts, because typically those are put on some sort of fixturing tray, and we can integrate those fixturing tray designs inside of this machine. So it actually picks the part up, blasts the part, put it back in the fixturing tray. That way it's smooth when it actually integrates into your production line. Now, each fully automated machine is kind of handled on a case-by-case basis, and that's solely due to the part size, the required specifications of the blasting process, as well as the actual throughput that the machine needs to be able to handle. If you are looking to get a general overview of what we would provide for you guys, as well as an estimate for that cost, you can actually fill out the form on the Robo IQ page, and we will start that process. We like to offer very adaptable machines. Like this Robo IQ behind me, this thing with custom fixturing as well as reteaching, it can be completely customized for any part that you bring in. This one right here is so adaptable that you can do large products like this engine block down to a small product the size of my hand. It's truly as easy as it gets to actually use these things. We're gonna have a very good video coming out soon where someone who's never been around automated machines is able to program and learn this machine within 20 minutes and with 20 lines of code. If you guys want to see that, make sure you check it out. Again, we like to offer very adaptable machines. That way you can get something off the shelf, put it in your production line, and immediately get results. This is not a process that's going to take a very long time, and we're also very open about pricing. If you guys have any questions, you can leave it in the comments below, or you can contact us directly through that contact form I mentioned earlier. Thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you found this valuable, and we'll see you in the next one.